his read on Tom Brady, which you love and I love the close-ups of quarterbacks during games. I think you can glean a lot from body language, facial expression, how players interact with teammates, officials, coaches, whoever. So I got no reason to doubt what Ben Roethlisberger saw and his assessment that it just looked like Tom Brady didn't want to be out there.
Yeah. Well, I think we've all toyed around with that idea, right? I think most of football thinks Tom Brady regrets that he's playing right now. I mean, it doesn't matter. No matter who I talk to when the subject comes up, that is one of the first things. Brady probably regrets playing this year. It doesn't seem like the same. He didn't play good in that game. I mean, that was average football by the GOAT. Really below average, honestly. And yeah, he looked like a guy that was at a wedding on a Friday night, and then he was disheveled a little bit by the pressure and people around him, and he couldn't make throws or see the field clearly. I mean, come on, that should be a slam dunk touchdown completion right there. There's too many plays like this throughout the game. And again, not to say he's going to be perfect all the time, but there's plays and throws that, right there. Just check it down right away. Well, the protection was good. Well, why didn't we not throw the ball down the field here? There's two receivers, Godwin and the other guys are open right there. Let it happen. But Brady got into one of these games where people got around him, and this is one of his flaws we've seen through the end of his career here, where gets hit a few times early or feels a little pressure and just starts to say, I'm never going to do anything. I'm never going to throw the ball. It's just going to check it down. So I don't totally disagree with what Ben Roethlisberger said there.
From the Tom versus Time documentary, if you want to compete against me, you have to sacrifice your life because I'm sacrificing mine. That was his mindset not that long ago. The mindset has changed.
Mike.
We mentioned the other day that he was talking about how football season is compared in his mind to military deployment. Basically, you're checked out of life for 4 months. He got dragged in some circles for that because it's a far cry from military deployment when you're getting paid many millions of dollars and you're living a charmed life. But the mindset to be the way he's always been, he's approached it like a coach, player and a coach.
Yeah.
Where he puts as much time and effort in as a Sean Payton, as a Bill Belichick. He learned by watching Belichick all those years and working with Belichick. The commitment it takes, not just to have your body right, to have your mind right, to be ready to go, to be able to stay a step ahead of superior talent on defense, to get the most out of a body that is not as physically gifted as other quarterback bodies may be. So that's the reality. He's reached a point where, and this may just be simple biology, he's 45. He's evolving. He's changing. He's aging. He doesn't care as much as he used to, but he chose to sign on for one more tour of duty when he isn't able to muster the mental will that he used to be able to harness for football season.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. And then I think when you couple the fact that, he, for lack of a better way to say it, might be losing his family and be, headed towards a divorce and, all of that stuff. Yeah, I think you add that into it, that puts him less into what you're talking about and more into the life stuff, all of that. So yeah, it's a weird year, as far as it pertains to him. The play's not been stellar. They don't look the same on offense. He does not look like he's enjoying it. He does look old this year, no matter how many times he sucks in his cheeks or dyes his hair and tries to look like Zoolander. He looks old. And that's and then, Mike, I keep coming back to this too. Why did Mr. Kraft get married on a Friday during the football season? He couldn't, wait till the season was over? I'm still, that my wife has brought that up a few times, and I'm like, that's just weird. Why? You couldn't wait till the end of January or February to get married? It had to happen on a Friday during the season in week 6. I just found that weird too.
But it didn't have any impact on his team. They still won.
Yeah, right.
Bill Belichick wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Which I think says a lot too. I know, exactly. Their team went to Cleveland and handled business and kicked that ass. Where Tom was up there, sipping Mai Tais and having appetizers and all that. And yeah, it looked like it.
I'll say this, though. We had a full list of the current and former Patriots who were there on Friday night.
Right.
There were multiple current Patriots there.
Right,
on Friday
McCourty,
night.
right?
I guarantee you they were back in the building on Saturday morning for anything that was happening before they went to Cleveland. There was no, we'll just meet you in Ohio.
No way.
Like there was with Tom Brady. I'll just see you in Pittsburgh.
Exactly right. I would think Mr. Kraft probably let them go on his plane and flew them back there that night. I would think. I mean, that's the way Mr. Kraft rolls. He's awesome like that. But you're right. I knew there was one or two guys there. I didn't know how many exactly. But, yeah, they certainly weren't excused for, we'll see you in Cleveland, Saturday afternoon. I would be – that doesn't go down in New England.
And the quarterback who started on Sunday, Bailey Zappi, he was not among the current Patriots who decided to check out for the night and then, as Brady did the next morning.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.